You got beef? You might. Let's talk about the power struggles during the Barbo Basket, which is June 30th to the 10th of August. On top of the retrograde, on top of Jupiter and Leo, we got this thing that everybody keep talking about, right? Called the Barbo Basket. Now, what the hell is that? But before we do all of that, my name is Shamar, and I am a person who loves science, astrology, and tying all of those concepts, politics, everything together to show you how your astrological placements could help you in leadership, help you in decision making, and overall use as a tool. So let's talk about the power struggles during this time period. Do y'all remember in part 7 when I broke down time periods? Right? I remember I brought up 2014 and 2015, right? So if you want to, you can hop on my Patreon and we can go in deeper depth. On the Patreon, I really broke down some of the political stuff as far as Jupiter and Leo and the power struggles and certain things. But in 2014-15 in part 7, I mentioned that there was a change in personal brands. That drive to power and success raised up internal and external power struggles or influencing and advising others. So what we saw was a huge burst of people, self-help coaches, cults following certain things, right? Those power struggles are going to be persistent throughout everything for the next few weeks up until the 10th of August. And I'm going to, point out a few things that you may potentially need to look for and or want to stay away from if you don't want to get caught up in the negative aspects of this basket of Pluto and Aquarius and Jupiter and Leo and these conjunct planets crashing that are complete opposites like oil and water, fellas and ladies and gentlemen and theys and thems and he's, hers, everyone. So in some of this, it's just gonna be power grabs. A lot of cheating, stealing, cutting corners, and crime may pop up during this time of power struggle. So if you're trying to slide or get over somewhere, it may actually backfire because of the way the basket has been set up. Power struggles force outcomes. And overall, like I said in 2014-15, you've seen a lot of influencers, a lot of people coming out of the woodwork. Now you're gonna actually see that collapse. So, cult followings, mindless herd sheep following, it may intensify or it may completely fracture during this time. But like I said, Pluto's in Aquarius, so it's ruthless desire or power vacuum mixed in with a few other things. So I just want y'all to be aware because there could be a huge drive for power and success, but you need to be preparing for opportunity, not being opportunistic. So, any opportunities during this time, during the basket, that are actual genuine opportunities, and they're not opportunities where you're taking advantage or like cooping or taking over or shifting a power dynamic in a certain kind of way that is not um it's just gonna be a lot of that. Like relationships, people are just going to be unwilling to compromise. People are going to be wanting to be so right that they're wrong. They're unwilling to hear compromise. This is where during this basket people are going to break up, relationships are going to end, business is going to end, but full out power dynamic struggles. And if you've been having any type of power struggles with anybody in your life, they're 9 times out of 10 going to hit ahead. um and I want y'all to be aware of that. So if it feels like up until about the 10th or the 11th, because the shadow period is 24, 72 hours or something like that. If it feels like everything is like a war, it is during this time. And you need to be mindful of how you're approaching it. Um, the rest of the Jupiter and Leo transit stuff will go up now, because I think this is the last part of the basket that we need, which will be about your houses and what affects it. But in between that, I hope you like, share, follow, comment if you have any questions. I'm doing my best to interact a little bit more. I'll actually reply to some of your comments if I feel like I got the answers to them or I did enough research on them. But for now, power struggles and standing on business is probably going to be a thing. And some people are just going to be standing on business that doesn't make any sense. And that's okay too. But don't get your ass handed to you during this transit, because if it is that kind of situation, mm, 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 mm.